Hello and welcome to Thursday Night Therapy, where five friends separated by time and space are brought together by the magic of D&D for some desperately needed therapeutic escapism. We're back! And we're better than ever! And we've had too much Red Bull, apparently. Other energy drinks are available. We ended up taking a 3-week break rather than two. That's partly because our one shot turned into a two-shot, as it always is. It took a little bit longer than planned, but
my bad.
Yeah, it's all good. All good. Both parts of our two-shot are now uploaded and available to watch on YouTube, where you can see our lovely faces for the first time. As always, in the meantime, you can find us on all the socials under TNT Nadz or a variation thereof, and you can catch up on all the episodes as a podcast, which you can find basically anywhere where you can listen to a podcast. I think that's all there was to say this week, so let's get on with it. Last time on Thursday Night Therapy, after a brief chat with Johnny concerning the previous evening, Lani showed off his new powers, after which the crew made their way up and into the town. The first stop was with Captain Haley, and although they hoped on immediate payment, the captain insisted they wait while he made arrangements with Lady Alandra. He returned and informed the party that they had been cordially invited to her estate the following evening. The rest of the day was spent with some light shopping, after which they suddenly realized the fight at the arena against the troll was in fact that very evening and not the following day, as they had been thinking the whole time. They prepped as best they could, with some magical assistance from Sandara, and Des necking a brew that he had just whipped up, although he had no idea on the effect. Especially as absolutely nothing happened after drinking it. They made their way up through the initially quiet streets, but as they neared the arena, the soft roar of crowds began spilling through the air towards them. A huge queue had formed at the gate to the arena, and the townsfolk cheered as they saw our heroes approach and enter. The roar was loud as battle commenced, with our heroes using all their usual tricks. But with every hit landed, a spray of poisonous venom burst forth from the troll. But our heroes were able to eventually overcome, with Lani using some of his newly gained magic, transforming his already mighty hands into claws, with which he was able to fell the troll once and for all. And that's where we'll pick up this week.
Woot.
So, this is where we'll pick up. Lani, you are now standing over the fallen body of the troll, its black, poisonous blood now seeping out and melding with the sand around your feet. Your hands are raised, the crowd is roaring. They are on their feet, clapping, waving.
Thaumaturgy for blood wake, still coming.
Exactly.
Through.
Actually, that's. I think you actually at the end of the last session you thaumaturgied because they were going holy shit,
Yeah.
and you thaumaturgied it so that they would it mutated to become a skull crusher.
That also works.
Yes.
That's what you hear roaring around the stadium, up into the night sky. As you
raise his
bathe
arms,
in the glory of the crowd.
covered in poison dripping off him, but raises up and then looks to his companions and kind of, as the rage drops, he kind of double checks everyone's okay and then, oh yeah, oh.
I think hit like a fucking mule.
Well, I'm glad I was all the way back here then. Fucking well done, everyone.
I'll come in and have a look at the corpse and just sort of look at Lanny. He's like, good job, Captain. Holy shit.
Yeah, that thing didn't want to go down, but I don't quite know what came over me. I mean, did you see what happened?
Yeah, that was different for you.
I mean, I felt like quite, like a real animal. I don't know, something just came over me and it just felt natural and I went for it.
And why not?
Why not indeed?
Oh. I mean,
At this point, a couple of you, Torrin might just hear it behind you. Underneath this seated area, you hear a metal door opening. This is the door which you entered in. And there you see the dwarven proprietor, Stephanie, waving towards you, kind of gesturing, beckoning you to come through the door, that you may now leave the arena.
as we start walking across, I'm just gonna catch up with everyone and quickly just say, "Oi, is it worth shouting to the crowd that we're hiring?"
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Fuck it. Thaumaturgy
Sorry.
on him immediately as he clears his throat. Make him loud.
What, me?
Yeah, you just cleared your throat.
Oh, God.
On you.
Ladies and gentlemen of this fine establishment, as you have seen, the crew of the Bloodwake is victorious once again, led by Captain Skullcrusher, the aforementioned Skullcrusher. So, just to let you all know, we are hiring for any brand new lads, ladies, or anything in between who wants to come and join us on the Bloodwake. Hop on down, probably tomorrow morning, and see if you want to try out. We'll see you there.
Well done, bruv.
Oh,
I will Thaumaturgy cheers as he finishes.
yeah, Torrin, a bit of warning next time, yeah?
Hey, you cleared your throat. Come on.
I cleared my throat.
Can you give
It's
me
full of poison.
give me a performance check with advantage, please?
Ugh. Oh. Hold on. How fucking hell? Oh. Performance, yeah? Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. That would be a 16.
Okay, lovely.
Your performance is fucking much better than mine. Holy shit.
So there's a little surge of clapping as you say this, and as you begin to leave the arena floor, you can see Stephanie. He's making like a wave gesture that you should maybe wave to the crowd as you leave.
You wave.
I will do so.
And he quickly hurries you through this little door and brings you back down this short corridor and into the little changing room that you were before. You now find yourself in this cold and darker room. The muffled sounds of the crowd still very, very audible, but yet now somewhat muted.
As we're walking in, I will turn to everyone in the group. It's like, is everyone okay? Quickly, do we need any really fast healing?
I mean, I think I might be poisoned. I don't feel great.
I'm going to put a hand on his shoulder and do just a level 1 cure wounds.
Will that clear up poison?
No, but it'll help with everything else. You can have 6 hit points.
Thank you very much.
I mean, I feel okay apart from this whatever this is dripping off me. But no, I'm pretty sprightly, I think.
So, Stephanie, gestures in. Oh, good God, guys! That was an amazing performance. I knew you had it in you, but wow, that was quite one of the best things we've ever seen here. Good job. Oh God, you need a towel or something? And he shouts out. They go, get this man a fresh towel or something. He's dripping with goo here.
Talking about dripping with goo, Stephanie, could you perhaps get some of your employees to fill up a few jars of that troll's venom for my brother?
Oh, yeah. Good thinking, bruv.
I mean, yeah, sure. That's the least we can do. I'll get someone on that immediately. Yeah, one second. And you just see him run out of the room.
Good thinking, brother.
You know me. Always thinking of my brother.
He returns shortly afterwards. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna get some of that stuff collected. I don't even want to ask, but you know what? You've deserved some. Well, you can do whatever you want as far as I'm concerned.
I drink it.
You what?
What?
Okay, right. So, look, I'm a man of my word, and I'm not going to dilly-dally. And he pulls out a coin purse, and he holds it up. Here's the 2,000 gold that we agreed upon.
Thank you very much. As one of the people who probably didn't actually even get hit in that fight, I'll just look around at all my tired compatriots and go, "Oh, I'll take it," and I'll take it off. And
don't strain yourself, brother.
And
yeah, there's a very, very brief look from Stephanie just to everyone just to see that this is completely fine with the group, that he's handing all the money over to one of you, but he gladly gives it over.
Yeah. There's no hint of an eyebrow raise or anything. We're all just like, yeah, it's fine. Give it to him.
Devvie, are you strong enough to carry that amount of gold on you?
I mean, if
it's actually platinum.
Ooh,
Looks better still.
200 platinum.
Just for ease of use, but sorry,
Yeah, it's 200 platinum then, yeah.
200 platinum.
Yep, 200 platinum.
It's me.
Yeah, okay, what can I say, guys? This has been one of the most successful evenings we've ever had here. I think we were at full capacity. I've never sold so many drinks, never sold so many tickets, and as I promised, we are going to be going out this evening. I'm going to get you the best meal you can get in this town.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Fantastic. Where should we tell the crew to meet us?
The crew, well, I assumed it would just be you four. I do not know if I can accommodate for a whole crew.
She's joking, of course.
I'm fucking with you. Although we would like it if maybe one other person come with us.
Oh, that's fine. I can seat a couple more of you. I just couldn't fit a whole ship's worth on here. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might need our healer close by. It's been a big day.
You are certainly a man of your word, so.
Oh, of course. You don't get far in business if you're breaking your promises left and right.
Very true. Cool. Very true. Well, if you don't mind, we will take the afternoon to go and clean up. And what time should we come back to you?
If you come this evening to the Candle of Ice, I already have a table reserved for us.
Candle of Ice.
Yep, it's a real fancy place. Best meat in town.
Where are we finding that?
That is...
I think we've been past it.
Do we need to wrap up warm?
Why? No, they have a warm fire. It's a... Oh, you mean because of the name? It's just a name. It's
my confusion. Forget I said anything.
So the Candle of Ice is number 6 on the map. It's not actually far from the arena, which he does say. It's just like you go out the main gate and look over to your right. It's not far from here.
Cool. Well, yeah, I think some cleaning up to do, certainly. For me.
I mean, I'm all right, but I've got some things I need to do during the day. And that platinum will help with that.
I think I'm going to be sick.
Yeah, let's get you seen to, bruv.
Yeah.
And you, Captain.
Let's find Sandara. See if she can help either of you.
Oh, you need someone to join. You wanna look? I was going to suggest that you guys take the secret exit. There's a huge crowd outside. You're not going to get out. I have a little tunnel that leads back down around to the dock area. You can make your way.
That sounds
That
perfect.
way back to your ship.
Incredibly useful.
Oh, of course. You wouldn't be able to get out the main gate now if you tried. So if you need someone to come with you, I can arrange for them to come down here right now.
I think.
Sounds great.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you.
So is it Sandara you wish to
Yes.
call?
Don't know
Okay.
whether she has any healing things that will help.
Sandara can heal, and let me just check. I think
Does
she
she have a way to deal with
has.
poison? Because I do not.
Yeah, I'm looking at what I put. And I had protection from poison, but I believe she also has. No, we can't find it.
No, from having played the cleric, less restoration.
She does have lesser restoration,
Beautiful.
which will cure you of your poison.
Yay.
And
I don't feel well.
who requires healing?
Lani certainly does.
Well, here's one for Lani.
One for the
Nice.
nanny, two for the show.
God
Love
damn
that.
it.
That was a good
Great.
Boom!
She can fucking stay. Jesus.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want one?
I mean, I'm alright for the healing, to be perfectly honest. I just would like to not be wanting to vomit.
In fact, I think she can only give you a level 1 if you want another one. But she did. She cast lesser restoration on you, so your poison is gone.
Wonderful. I feel
And she
much better.
does theoretically have level 1 cure wounds left if anyone wants it.
No, I'm good. I'm feeling fit and healthy and rather thirsty, if I'm perfectly honest.
I think we
Lani,
can
you want
probably
another one?
deal with that.
No, I'm good.
All right, perfect. So, with Sandar in tow, I think a lot of your crew came to watch, but they'll be in the
Waylaid.
crowds. Yeah, but you are allowed to take Sandara with you, and Stephanie gives you to one of his workers who take you down below the arena into a tunnel which kind of leads out to the wall on the eastern side of the island that you're on. So you're now like below the top side. You're now cliffside, as it were. But from there, you can work your way around on the walkways and the bridges, and you'll be able to get back to your ship fairly easily at this point, as everybody who was at the arena is basically still there. So I assumed you would just be making your way back to your ship.
Yes.
It would.
Probably
I
where we
think
go
that's what
first.
I'm doing, yeah.
I've got a
Okay.
whole bunch of shit I want to do, but that's the first thing.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll say that you are basically back at the ship. I think you said last time you would have left a couple of people there just to keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
Yes.
but you're back on the ship, and you can do what you will. It's a little quiet. I mean, as I said, a lot of the town have left to go and see the fight.
Mhm.
So, if anything, the docks are a little bit quieter than what you're used to, and with most of the crew gone, there's a slightly quiet and eerie feeling on the deck for a moment.
It's a bit weird, isn't it? When you think about it, it's like everything feels a bit even quieter now than it would normally. We've just been in front of like thousands of people cheering us, and now we're here, and it's all normal.
It's a bit surreal, isn't it? The difference.
Yeah, I think you're all sensing slightly, well, to probably maybe some more than others, like this. You've had this high, and this kind of like sensory overload, and now you're at the other end of the extreme, where it's kind of very still and very quiet.
Yeah.
And you're feeling now that this low, the adrenaline's gone, and it's a slightly surreal feeling.
You kind of get now why some people would like become like pit fighters and stuff. It's like they don't want that kind of thing to end. They find that the silence is a bit too much for them, and then they end up going on the old, the old booze and whatnot to keep the silence at bay. It's makes you wonder.
Very, it's a very good observation, Ruff. I think you're probably right. Let's get cleaned up. Who did we leave on the boat?
I don't think we actually discussed it.
Okay,
so,
I don't think we discussed it. Okay. Right.
Whoever you wanted to leave.
Okay. I don't really have any mind in particular. No, that's all good. So, I think.
I mean, once you're back, your crew will start to kind of drift back.
Okay.
Over the next half an hour or so.
All right. Cool. When in that case, I will say. I'll have a bit of a sit down with the inner circle. I say, right. So I know that we've been doing a lot of shit the last few days. Last couple of days. How long has it been? It hasn't been that long, has it? We've done a lot. Yeah, I've done a lot. But
we have been going at a fair old clip.
We have. So, we could just take a second to stop and kind of take stock. Something I would like to do. These three new lads, they were fishermen, right? So they know how to, guessing they know how to prepare a fish and skin things properly. Don't know how well that translates over into general hunting, but I wouldn't mind hiring a couple of carts, taking them up to harvest those dragons. I want to get the skin off them. I want to get the hides off the dragons, harvest any of the parts that we can, whether it be for trophies or for ship's decorations or what. But I've got plans for at least some of the skin. So if anyone wants to come with us to do that, it's going to be boring, dirty work, but the more help, the better, really. That's something I want to do. Has anyone else got anything they want to do over the next couple of days?
I want to have a look around and see if I can. Actually, no, did I already do that? I think I've already done that. Go around and ask about getting some magical kind of fighting gloves made, but I think I may have already asked about that.
You did
Yeah,
that, yes.
Yeah.
Here, it's not going to be.
Yeah.
You were advised
you did.
Goat's Head, I think.
Yeah, back to Goat's Head. That's fine. In that case, I shall probably join my brother in a nice bit of quiet skinning.
Having said
Sorry,
that,
was there not that one room, Torrin, in that cave system that we didn't look into?
that's what was going to be my next point, actually. I did just think about that. I think we should take a few days to recuperate, go and meet this, what's her name? Lady
Oh,
Lady
yeah.
Alandra.
Yeah.
The one who's going to pay us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we need to get paid too.
Exactly. We need to go and see her, sort that business out. I think we should have a couple of, like a rest day, and then we should go. And if you really want to have a look in that place, we should make sure we are armed to the teeth and we've got a lot of support behind us, because I've got a bad feeling about that. We should also ask around town and see if any of the any people of the arcane or religious nature know much about that place, whether they can tell us to stay away from it or what.
Well, there was writing on the doors of it, wasn't there? There was what looked like infernal.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking, leave it the fuck alone, or if not, if we can't leave it alone, then go in tooled up with everyone that we've got.
I mean, on the one hand, I want to know what's in there, but on the other hand, we've already got ghosts on us.
Yeah.
I don't want to piss off a devil.
Well, that's what I was thinking. We don't really want to add to the cast of shady fuckers coming after us. Maybe, one thing at a time. Maybe we can deal with Whalebone Pilk and then come back to this.
I mean, as you said, let's have an ask around, and we can see, because they might be like, oh no, you don't want to go up there and look at that thing because it's full of, flesh-eating demon goblins or whatever.
Oh yeah, folk heroes die all the time around there. I wouldn't go knocking on that door, that kind of thing.
Yes.
There's a couple of things I also want to buy in town. I'm going to be going up to Chorga's Quill, Torrin. Don't know if you've got any more business up there. Spell Scribe?
I can do some things there, yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking of going up there to have a word. There's some things that I want to get for myself. And you and I can have a bit of a chat about that as well, actually.
Yeah, why not?
But, we'll do that later. We can do that later between ourselves. Yeah, I mean, apart from getting paid, having a bit of a rest and going shopping, I've got nothing else I want to achieve. But I think the longer we stay on land, the itchier our crew are going to get there. I think they want to get out on the sea, but we've got to deal with that Whalebone Pilk at some point.
Yeah, it's gonna be an issue, that one, isn't it?
I should fucking say so.
I mean, we gotta deal with it, like, regardless, but...
Yeah, well, I'm hoping we'll pick up some crazy characters in this little recruitment drive we're doing. See what talents we can...
Hopefully not too crazy.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a fine balance, isn't there, Annie?
Yeah, we're gonna have to vet these ones.
Yeah. We could hold
We're not
interviews.
gonna be able to just say, yeah, you're in, like we did with the previous ones. Because now every fucking bugger's gonna come down to us and go, oh yeah, no, this is great, I can work with these people who did this and get loads of gold. And they won't be any fucking good.
No.
That is a very good point.
It might not be a bad shout if we take, almost do like a filter and we decide who's good, who's not. Take the better ones with us now, but have someone like reserve in case we get another ship or something and we can come back and get a few more.
Oh, I've just had an idea.
Sometimes you say some really smart things, Cam.
Yeah. That was very, very smart, Annie. Also...
Some good ideas, maybe not many, but...
Yeah. Maybe we can ask Stephanie if during the hours that he's closed, we can use the arena as a proving ground.
Yeah, I like that too.
It was, set some of the potentials against each other, see what their talents are like.
Yeah,
Could be interesting.
That's some good viewing for us.
We'll have
something.
Yeah. We'll have Sandara and some of his healers on hand to clean up any unfortunate messes that might occur. But I think we could get a good measure of some people if we just have them fight.
Yeah. We could call it Bloodwake's Got Talent.
Yeah, I mean, it's catchy. I like it. Anyway,
Anyway,
Silence is deafening.
Just Torrin is sighing.
And so is Nathan.
A little bit.
so anyway, I mean, that's just some stuff to think about. Up to you guys.
some chill time, a little bit of rest, and then back for some food, I suppose.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you can all take a short rest now,
Wunderbar.
Nice.
and then if you don't want to do anything else, it would be time for your meal. I'll put the candle. Completely up to you. If you want to roleplay this, or we can kind of...
Well, if we're having a little bit of rest time, I might actually go and do my inquiries now, if that's all right. First of all, I will talk to Torrin. So at some
Yeah,
point...
of course. I mean, you're free to talk to each other. Go for it.
Yeah. So at some point, I'll just go, Torrin.
Yes, hello.
So you know my ideas for my future, etc.
Yes.
You know how like you can get spell scrolls? Could I use a spell scroll, or do I have to be like a magic user? Don't understand how it works.
As far as I'm aware, you do have to have some level of magical inclination before using a spell scroll, and then some of them are particular.
Right. What if I bought some spell scrolls? Could you use them on me?
Depending on the spells, yes.
Right. Here's what I want to achieve. Okay. This isn't for now. This is for the future. Right. But what I want to achieve is an illusion. So when we board another vessel, hear me out. This is going to sound a bit over the top and a bit dramatic, but you know me. I want to be wreathed in slow-moving scarlet fire, and I want my eyes to change colour to scarlet as well.
Fuck me.
Just to
Right.
send the shits up people.
Okay.
How would I do that? Is that a simple like an illusion spell or something?
Illusion's not my main focus, but I could maybe figure something out.
Can you get scrolls for that, or?
To do it all at once, I don't think there is something, but a couple of smaller things at the same time, maybe.
All right.
You want it to be actual fire or just look like fire?
No. I mean, that would be terrible. I would burn my new friends. No. Just the illusion of it. It's not actually going to have a burning effect.
So, an illusion of moving fire with the eyes changing colour. Well, with the eye thing, I know. I can do it to myself, and I will turn my eyes scarlet.
Ooh, I like that.
But I don't know how to do it to you.
Ah, right. Yeah, there's the thing.
That then is a change in the way the spell works, and it's possible, sure. Magic can do fucking anything. But I don't know it yet.
Right, alright.
But illusions are... For someone who's good at illusions, that would be very easy.
Yeah.
I am not so much.
Right, fair enough. Alright. Well, that was an idea. But we can work on that.
Does it? Does this work like I think it does? No. Okay. I'm trying to find things that might work for you. I'm racking my brain and also Google.
Out of character, I was thinking it was like major illusion. Is that a spell?
I think minor might even do it. If it's just
minor
on you.
Minor, I don't think creates movement.
Minor illusion is a cantrip.
It is a cantrip, so
It's
technically
1
it
minute.
could. Major image can create something, but it wouldn't. Major image could do it.
Yeah, I don't think minor illusion's going to do it. It's quite limited, but major image might.
Major image would, which would mean a 3rd level scroll.
Concentration up to 10 minutes. What does that mean if it's from a scroll then? You still have to concentrate on it.
I assume so,
think
yeah.
so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You may want to look into an item
Yes,
that can do
you
this.
still have to cast the spell, so it still holds the concentration. So if I'm using it on you, I'd have to hold concentration on your illusion.
Okay. But what you just said, Sean, yes, I think that might be... I might have to get like an item enchanted or something.
An item that can use a smaller version of major image.
Yeah. Okay.
Bigger than minor illusion, but smaller than major image.
Yeah. Right, so that's just food for thought for the future then. Let's think.
But yeah, within the confines of the game, yes, illusions can work, and illusions will do things. But Torrin is not an illusionist.
Okay, fair. And the other thing I wanted to do was go into town and look for, because I don't think we have one, a spyglass.
It is like gone 9 o'clock at night, so
Oh, yes. Okay, right. So not
all
that.
the shops will be shut.
Not that then. I'll do that tomorrow.
It's crazy, Nadz. I was thinking exactly the same thing about doing tomorrow.
Wait, okay. Well, Lani and Dev will team up and go shopping tomorrow then.
I will want my money, and I will go with you.
Yeah.
Because you've got my money, because I don't have much of it. So I will be hounding you until you give it to me.
Right, so money. Shall we do that now?
We got 200 platinum.
Do we wait until we visited the woman to get the rest of the money?
Well, we can divvy up this stuff now.
We could divvy this up now, and then that way we've not got one person carrying around 200 platinum.
Yeah, there is no.
Kind of asking for trouble a little bit there.
Yeah.
So 50 platinum each.
Yes, 50 platinum each.
Holy mother
Not
of Christ.
insignificant.
No, it is not.
Or,
Boom.
yeah, okay, 50 platinum each. Yep. Cool.
That is most definitely not an insignificant amount of money.
Let me just put that in the sheet. So that is 50 platinum. There's mine.
Yeah, doing things tonight is not something I need, but
Nice. Okay. As an aside, I am going to I'm going to go up to Sandara.
Hi, Devvie.
Sandara.
Yes?
You are a gem, and I'm going to give her 5 of my platinum.
Why, Devvie?
Because I value you as a friend, a crewmate, and I think I get the feeling that you are someone who wants to start directing the direction of the trajectory of your life, and I think that this is just put this in your savings, because I think you're meant for great things, Sandara. You're a massive asset to this crew, and in kind of a selfish sense, we want to keep you. We don't want you going anywhere, but also just really like you. So.
Oh, thank you, Devvie. I mean, if it's any assurance, I don't plan on going anywhere.
Oh, that's good to hear. But that's not a bribe. You've earned that.
Thank you. It is much appreciated.
Right. Well, as you were. Enjoy your time off.
Thank you.
And just after I do that, I start walking back towards the cabin, and then kind of stop, and then turn towards the rail. And I chuck a gold piece over the edge, and I silently stand there for a moment. In my head, I am not offering a prayer, but I am just saying, this one's for Besmara, and I'm throwing the coin over the side. And then I go back to the cabin and await my friends to go to dinner.
Okay. Anybody else?
If he's coming back to the cabin, I will be in the cabin. Sort of trying to get the dirt and sand off of my clothes, and the zombies are in the corner, sort of facing away, kind of just milling about, and I've got a glass of wine. Right. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, not bad. I mean, to be honest, I'm still reeling from the events of the last couple of days. I mean, not that long ago, I was messing around in the streets of a city with my brother and doing our usual shakedowns, you know, a little black market trading. And now I'm killing dragons and venom trolls, being chased down by a ghost pirate, and yeah, it's a curveball.
Shit, yeah. I mean, not so long ago, I was drinking on my own in a pub with 2 silver to my name, and we just won 7,000 gold collectively over the space of like 3 days.
I don't think
What?
paydays like this will be coming to us too often, so we should
No.
yeah, we should save it while we can.
Oh, my hobby's expensive. I'll be paying most of it out pretty quick. This whalebone though.
Yeah.
Remember where you picked it up?
2 seconds. That was
In some cave with some fucking sea goblins.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been looking at it, and I've been working on it and working on some of the spells that are inscribed in here, and there's some that I can't use.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I was saying to you earlier with the certain spells I can do and certain spells I can't.
Oh, yeah.
There's some that lend themselves to my talent and some that don't. And there's a couple on here that there's something fundamental about the magic I can't use. So that guy that I've bought all this shit off, I thought about maybe taking this up to him.
Yeah.
As I think there's one more that I want, or at least want to try, but actually, no, I think I'm done with it.
All
I
right.
don't think I can use the things that are on here, or at least they're not useful to me if I can use them. So, what do you say? Tomorrow when we head up, do you want to help me with this this jawbone and get it up to the scribe?
Yeah, absolutely. Not a problem.
You might pay for it to you might pay to keep it or pay to use it or whatever.
Yeah. You said there's one more spell you can get off it?
Maybe. I don't know. I can, but I don't know whether I need it.
Oh, okay.
It's a fairly easy enchantment spell.
Oh, right. What does it do?
I don't think I'll have much use for. Well, it's one that physically changes you for a short amount of time. It can sort of grow your fingernails out as if they're claws, or well, it's more transmutation, really, isn't it?
Oh.
But yeah, it's I can use it, but it's not.
Yeah, I mean,
useful.
Yeah, doesn't sound very useful.
I mean, there's some applications where it would make you be able to swim a little bit easier, or be able to sort of elongate your teeth and be able to sort of like claws or fangs or things, but it's not that useful for at least for me.
Ooh. All right.
And I can't cast it on anybody else.
Ah, right, okay.
So, I mean, shit. If someone else is going to get some use out of it, I might as well get some coin out of their use. Know what I mean?
Yeah. Ah, no, that's
So-
we'll take it up there, because chances are you could either sell it or you might get a big discount off of some more components.
Yes. And there's a few that I may need coming up a little on the way. And yeah, my hobby's expensive. It's a problem. But I bought a fair amount of ink and other useful bits off of him, so I'm okay if we find other things like this, but this one particularly I think I'm good. So we'll have to see.
Well, I suppose we should go and have dinner with Stephanie.
Oh yeah, that's tonight, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, we got
shit.
dinner tomorrow night to look forward to as well.
Oh yeah, with that other woman that's gonna pay us.
That's who's gonna pay-
Yeah, that's the
well-
one that's gonna pay us.
I hope so. Yeah.
That'll be good. Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder why she won't meet us, why we have to go to her.
Well, she's a duchess, they don't move for nobody.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey.
what is that?
Anyway, I'll chat to you in a little bit. All right.
Yeah.
I've just got a couple of things quickly to do.
All right.
That's also me with the doorbell. Sorry, have to run.
Go.
Lani, Des, what have you been doing in this time?
Go first, Lan.
Yeah, go on, you go.
Well, all I was going to ask is, because I can't remember from last week, did I set another brew on the go after...
No, but
assuming-
you only finished your other one today.
Yeah.
So you'd need a new day to start a new one.
Oh, okay. Right.
Because it's 3 days. But if you were able to start and stop on the same day, that's not really 3 days anymore.
It takes a day for me to scrub out my equipment.
Exactly, yeah. So you can start a new one tomorrow.
Yep, it's fine. I shall do so. I don't have anything I want to do at the moment, so...
Oh, and I would say, even if you didn't get it immediately, you will get, let's just say, 3 doses of troll venom.
Yes.
Thank you.
Lanny would have, back on the ship, would have, he would have actually spoken to the 3 brothers, the new, the Fisker brothers.
Fiskers, yeah.
And he would have directed them to get him some water to bathe in to get some of the poison and the muck off him.
Okay.
So he's requested them to do it as a sort of first.
You want them
task.
to actually scrub you down, or just to
No,
get some
no,
water?
but just to collect me some water and bring it to me so that I can.
Okay.
Wash,
They
right?
do so dutifully.
As they bring it, and then he starts to wash himself. It would almost be that they were kind of just watching him, and Lanny just kind of looks up and goes, carry on, thank you, but carry on. And dutifully goes about washing his body,
Carry
his
on with
face.
what? Just
Well, what you're doing before I asked you to do this minor task.
we just got back from the arena. It was a very good fight.
Good. We're glad you enjoyed it. I hope you can appreciate that it's not an easy thing to do, but we've certainly built up to this. Maybe one day you could do something the same.
Well, yeah, we said we're not particularly experienced with fighting, but I mean, I'm sure you could teach us a thing or two.
Yeah, we might have a plan with this. Yeah, we've got to look into it, but we certainly some training, a few more days here, a bit of training for you, and we'll see how we get on. Certainly.
Yeah, I think Mr. Devvie said something about some training, but yeah, we'll see. All right, carry on. Thank you. And he lets you carry on with your flanneling. So, if you're all ready, I would say that you can head up to the Candle of Ice.
Yes.
You make your way up. Go on.
Yeah, no, just to note that Devvie is not wearing anything too dapper tonight, just clean and pressed.
Mm-hmm.
For the fashionistas out there listening.
Yeah, I assumed you were not going to put on your clothes that you'd bought for the for the Duchess, but
Not my glad
yeah,
rags.
you can make yourself as presentable as you wish. So, yes, you make your way up through the town. And as I said, it's not far from the arena, but it seems to be a fairly noble-ish quarter with some grand buildings. And as you enter there, you see there are a number of finely dressed aristocrats. It is a large building made of timber and bricks, which is slightly unusual in this town. And they actually have several stained glass windows, which is very unusual, at least in Little Para. The floor is tiled mosaic, and it's fancifully decorated and brightly lit by these there's like glowing gemstones which have been set into the ceiling itself, which gives a nice warm, slightly multicolored light. And you enter, and you are met by Stephanie, who leads you to a largish table where you're all able to sit. So, it's up to you guys how in depth you want to do this.
I don't know that Dev's got anything more to say to Stephanie apart from putting forward the idea about using his arena when it's closed as a testing ground for new crew.
Yeah, he'd be absolutely fine for you to do that. He says he won't be having any shows on for a while now anyway, and if you want to use the space, then you're welcome to do so.
Excellent.
I would want to refloat the idea of having a championship belt for tournaments.
Bloodwake belt.
Yeah, the Bloodwake belt.
Yeah, he said he's been thinking about it. He's been actually thinking of having like a yearly event. Maybe calling it the Blood Bowl.
That might be trademarked.
Hey, as long as it's not football, it's fine.
And he was playing around with the idea of having maybe like you say, some sort of belt and maybe some sort of tournament. But I'm going to make this big yearly event in your name, in your honor.
Awesome. That sounds fucking amazing. When do you plan on starting this?
Well, I guess in 1 year from today.
I guess.
Well, I mean, for the Blood Bowl, what I was thinking, but I mean, I'm open to ideas here. Nothing set in stone.
Well, I was considering the fact that obviously we are, I don't want to blow our own trumpets here, but we are quite the hot commodity right this particular second. So if we could slap something together reasonably quickly, I reckon you could probably ride this wave of popularity to even greater heights of fiscal engorgement. I don't know where I'm going with this now.
I get your point. We may as well do something while it's hot, and I like the idea of a belt. We can probably have some sort of champion, maybe like a monthly fight for the belt, the Bloodwake belt. Do you have any bits from the dragon? I thought maybe if we make a belt with some teeth or something integrated.
Well, I'll tell you what. We can probably provide you with a bit of hide that you could use as the basis of the belt, the strap itself, and then you could have some sort of metal kind of emblem attached to the leather of that belt.
Oh, excellent idea. That would be perfect.
Done deal.
Good.
Yeah, well, like I say, it's just an idea, and
it's a good idea. I'm going to get my guys working on that immediately. Are you going to be around? I mean, who's going to be the first champion?
Well, I mean, we could be. I looked to my colleagues. I mean, we could be around for a few days, won't we?
Yeah.
We've got a few things to do up in the where we're going and whatnot. So, I mean, if you can get this up and running within a couple of days, I will probably take part. I'm sure Lanny will be more than happy.
I was thinking a monthly thing, maybe 4 weeks from now. I think we've just had a huge event. We need a little bit of time to let off some steam, to calm down, and then...
I'll tell you what, we can do what we're going to do here. We've got some other business to take care of out on the waves, but we'll be back in time for the next one, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if not, I'll have my two best guys fight for the belt, but anytime you're in town, you're welcome to challenge whoever may be holding the belt at that time. No questions asked.
Well, I mean, if obviously if you put this out there far and wide, if we get to somewhere like Goat's Head, for instance, we may hear about the fact that the tournament's going to be starting up soon. So we'll make a point of coming back here.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think we should endeavour to come back here at least just to check in anyway in a month from today. Sounds good.
Like I said, I'll leave a slot open for you.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, well, that's a done deal.
When there becomes a little bit of lull in conversation, Lanny will turn to Semphi. Semphi, is it? Stephanie.
It's one or the other. It's definitely one or the other.
Originally you said Senfi, but you've said Stephanie so many times, I think we're just going with that.
Let's go with Stephanie. Lull in the conversation, Lanny will turn to Stephanie and he says, Mr. Stephanie, maybe a bit of a weird question, but what is the sort of sea life like around this place around?
Opara.
That is, in fact, a bit of a weird question. Yeah, I don't really travel out on the water much, so what exactly you mean? You mean like the seafood to eat?
Not quite, no. Basically, back when we were on Goat's Head, I had a little idea of a weapon that I wanted to create, and there's something I need to make that. So whether you might know somebody or some details to guide me in the right direction, but I'm looking for like a swordfish. Do you know the big thing with a sword on its nose, big jaggedy teeth almost?
Like a sawfish?
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, swordfish or swordfish, one or the other. But I essentially want to make a sword from one.
Oh God, that sounds like a goddamn amazing idea.
Do you know anybody that might be able to source one of them, or whether they're even?
I've no idea. You probably want to speak to some fisherman, or I assume not really my wheelhouse.
You'd start with the Fiskers.
Start, maybe they were fishermen, were they not?
Yeah, they might know.
Yeah, sorry, that's not. Like I said, I rarely go out on the water.
It was just you being a man about town here, and you might have had information, but no, I think we've stumbled upon something that might guide me in the right direction. I think.
Actually, I've got a slightly related question.
Oh.
So you've got your champions and Satch here, right? Have you got anyone that's like do you have adventurers come through here? Quite a lot fighting?
Not a huge amount. I mean, we're not really known for our adventuring here. We have the good hunting grounds, so that's what most people come here for, and for the arena. I mean, people come to watch, and occasionally I get people coming to fight in the arena, if that's what you mean.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, specifically, I'm trying to. We are trying to find someone who has maybe fought the undead before.
Oh.
Do you know anyone like that, or do you know anywhere I could go to find someone like that?
Personally, no. I don't really.
Okay. Hey, you don't ask, you don't know.
No, of course.
What about any locals who are particularly knowledgeable about pirate folklore?
Oh well, I mean, if you go down to one of the pirate bars cliffside and talk to one of the old sea dogs, they'll be full of stories, full of tales, if that's what you're after.
Yes, that's kind of what I thought might be the case, yeah. Alright, thank you very much. That is everything I think I was going to ask this evening, or Dev was going to ask.
I have a question for you guys, actually.
Huh?
You ever heard of Raptor Island?
No, but my interest is piqued immediately.
Well, so was mine. I heard a story a couple of years ago, and ever since then I can't stop thinking about it. It's an island to the west of here, I believe. I heard tale from a crew that went on land there. And it's an island full of strange creatures. Gigantic lizards. And some of them were fairly docile. Large, but seemingly harmless. But then there were these little fast ones. Dangerous. And they attacked the crew, and they had to flee, and they were all running back to the ship. While these lizard things attacked them in packs. But then I heard something even more scary, even more dangerous appeared out of the jungle. A giant creature, like a dragon, but without wings. Huge head full of teeth. And it chomped up most of the remaining crew, and barely any of them made it back to the ship alive.
What's this place called?
Raptor Island. I mean, I've never been there, and I've not really met anybody else that has been there, but ever since I heard that story, I can't get the idea of this creature out of my head. I think maybe if it was possible to bring one back here, that would be a show indeed. So I was just wondering if you ever were passing by, maybe you could just take a look, see if you can see this creature, see whether it's a plausible endeavor trying to catch one. I don't know.
No harm in looking, I suppose. So, yeah. You lot think?
I mean, I'm always up for, finding new and interesting creatures to be almost killed by.
I mean, I don't want you guys to put yourself in danger. I mean, like I said, the ship lost over half of its crew there, but I just thought maybe if you sailed by, took a look. I don't know. It's just, as I said, I just can't get this out of my head. And if anyone can do it, it'll be you guys.
Oh, I mean, yeah. If we had a map, would you be able to point out where it is on a map?
Oh yeah, of course.
Maybe I'll pop by tomorrow with a map then, so you can circle it for me.
Okay, if you want, I can just quickly drop you over to the map.
I think I've seen it before because the name did intrigue me.
The name does ring a bell.
And here,
Oh yeah, oh it's all the way up there. Yeah.
it's quite far to the west.
Also, hello, I'm here. Sorry.
Hello.
Oh, good.
There is a settlement there. Looks like. Oh, Raptor Island next to Cannibal Isle. That sounds like a wonderful part of the world.
Has Ghost Lake on it.
Shark Island.
Yeah.
Island of the Black Tower. Yeah,
Ooh.
I mean, that sounds like not at all a dangerous chain of islands up there.
Black Heart, Black Tower. I want it.
Black Stephen King intensifies.
Yeah. Don't have to go breaking any beams, do we?
Man in black fell across the desert, etc. Well, I mean, as I said, I'm more than interested in checking out this place if we're ever over that side.
I'd be very interested to hear any information you can gather.
I reckon we can probably fit a big old vicious lizard in our hole. Do you reckon lads?
It depends on how big it is, I suppose.
Yeah.
Well, I heard it's pretty big, but I mean, I don't know.
We might need to...
Folks tend to exaggerate on these things, so I don't know how big it is.
We might need to commandeer a cargo vessel.
Look, I was just curious. I just wanted to get some information from some people I trust. I don't expect you guys to turn up with it here or anything.
Well, who knows what the future will bring.
If we can help you out, Stephanie, then we will certainly do so.
Excellent.
Good.
Yeah,
Well,
sounds like a fun little detour that we can probably fit in sometime.
Yeah. Well, I think, sir, thank you for this delicious meal. Very gracious of you, as we did say. But I think, me certainly, I need a good rest, I think.
Yeah, I think we need a bit of downtime tomorrow, to be perfectly honest, lads.
Of course. I understand.
There's a bathhouse I am very keen to visit before we go and have a dinner with our mysterious benefactor.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, that one.
Okay, then
I'm intrigued.
it sounds like the evening is coming to an end. You have enjoyed your meal. I guess if that's all, you can say your goodbyes. Head back to the ship.
Uh-huh.
Bye.
And if you want, you can just go to bed.
Yes,
Long rest.
Yeah.
You get your long rest
Hooray.
and
Long rest.
wake the following morning. So it sounds like you want to do a bit of a downtime day. If you want, we can just fairly quickly just run through the things you want to tick off your lists.
Yes, really quickly, I think Lani did as well, we wanted to go somewhere to find some spy glasses.
Okay.
Want to get a couple so that we don't just have one that we're passing around the crew.
Okay. Do you know what a spyglass costs?
No, that was going to be my next question.
According to the Dungeons and Dragons books,
Lots.
they cost 1,000 gold pieces each,
Yikes.
Wow.
Jesus.
I mean, they are.
which seems a little hefty.
Well, the lenses
I mean,
are very precise. They have to-
it's yeah, considering the age you're in. But this is a pirate campaign where it's kind of expected to have one. I'm going to say, I'm just going to knock half that off, and I can say, this is an area where they're so commonly used. There's so much demand for them. I'm just going to say, you can buy one for 500 if you want.
Yeah, I think we're going to need at least one. Yes. Oh, shit. There was that one on that island and we didn't take it. Do you remember? The island with
Yep.
the fort and...
Big one, was it not?
Yeah.
It's quite a big one.
I don't think it was big. I think it was just on a stand, wasn't it?
God.
It was fixed.
Didn't you rip it off?
Oh, yeah, didn't we rip it off?
Sounds like something we do.
Yeah, you generally like to wander around breaking things.
I'm
Stealing
nearly
stuff.
there in the watch back, so I'll be able to tell you in about 2 days.
I think Lani or someone might have casually said, I rip it off, but there was like other talk happening at the same time. So I don't think it ever got officially recorded.
I do have a vague memory of someone taking it.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't sound like the kind of thing we would leave behind.
I think you said it doesn't sound like the sort of thing that we would do. That's exactly the sort of thing that you would
It's the
do.
exact thing that we would do.
Wanton vandalism? Me? No.
No, it's not water vandalism. It's living off the land.
Yes.
Yes.
Making good use of the things we find.
Why don't I make a note of this to check during the week
Yeah, things that the everyday folks leave behind.
and put off buying it just for the moment
Yes.
because you might already have one.
Thing that Lani would do on waking up in the morning and kind of milling about ship, he would speak to the Fisker brothers. once
Yes.
again. So he finds them in the morning, and would they all be together? Are they?
Yeah,
quite
they're
close?
brothers. They're generally hanging out. They're feeling a little bit uneasy. They're new to the ship, so yeah, you generally find them like all next to each other.
Okay. To find them and morning, boys.
All right.
Everything all right this morning?
Yeah, fine.
Now, I wanted to ask you three a question. You were all like fishermen before. Is that right?
Yeah, since we could walk, basically.
Right. And he rubs his hands together a little bit. Now, I've got a question for you, and you might be able to tell me, you might not. It might just be a shot in the dark. But do you boys know that in this area or somewhere nearby, certainly, where I could get my hands on a sawfish.
A sawfish
Yeah,
or a swordfish?
but these are different things.
Well, yeah, a sawfish has got they've both got like these long, like noses, but a sawfish has like teeth that stick out to the side, running
That's
down
the-
each side, and a swordfish has got, well, its nose is more like a rapier. It's like long and pointy and sharp.
No, the first one, the sawfish with
The
the
swordfish,
teeth.
yeah.
Yeah,
What did you want
one
to
of
know?
them. Where can I get one?
Oh well, they generally hang around in shallow areas. So you want to find like a sandbank or something, generally where it's not too
What
deep.
about here in town somewhere?
Right here is not great because we look, and he points to the cliffs that lead directly into the sea. Basically, it's like it's too deep here. They don't really like going any deeper than around a meter. But there are areas around here, and I mean, if we spot a likely area, generally you want to go not too far from the coast, where it's fairly flat and fairly shallow, and then you'll probably be able to find one.
Right, well, I tell you what then, boys, the three of you are going to be my, what should we call it? Sawfish lookout, we'll call it. Your job, as well as other things on the ship, is going to be spot me and find me and possibly even catch me a sawfish.
Well, if you want us to catch a sawfish, I mean, I didn't really plan on doing much fishing on board, but I mean, we haven't left yet, so I can grab my fishing stuff, and I mean, as long as we get the right bait, I think we could. Yeah, we got a good chance of finding one. I mean, if we pass an area where I think we can catch one, I mean, I'll tell you, and then we can give it a go.
Sounds great. I mean, catch one, find one, buy one, whatever it is. I want one.
All right. Well, people don't really catch them deliberately because they don't really taste great. But
Not for eating, so
all right.
I'll let you in on what my plan is, boys. Whether you think this might be a crazy idea or what, but I plan to. There was a swordsmith, blacksmith, we ought to call him, back on Goat's Head, who said that if I brought him a swordfish, he could make me a bloody great sword out of one.
Oh, bloody hell! That sounds fucking amazing.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
And you just see his eyes widen, like, oh, I mean, they get quite big, you know. I mean,
Well, the biggest one you can find, the better.
all right, okay, yeah, all right. I'll run and get my stuff, and yeah, we'll try and get some bait, appropriate bait, and then yeah, all right, cool. Yeah, we can do that, can't we, boys? Yeah.
And he grabs one of them or two of them by the shoulders and just goes, "Good boys, good boys."
Oh, you see him kind of like the knees buckle slightly as you put your hands down on their shoulders, but other than a slight wince, they do smile.
Yeah, Lanny will leave him to it and then kind of carry on his day.
Okay, excellent. Who else has errands to run today?
It probably won't be today, but what I will do is I will prep for the expedition back up to the cave. I'll go back to the Hunter's Lodge and arrange for 2 carts to be made ready for tomorrow morning, and appropriate horses.
Okay. Yep. All done. It gives you a very large discount.
Nice. Does he want payment now?
No.
Okay.
That's fine. He'll have everything ready for you, and he says he'll basically do everything for half price.
Excellent. That's what we like to hear. The only other thing is there was there a bookshop? Look, I mean, there was the spell scribe, but that's not really the kind of
Yeah,
thing
they
I'm
they
after.
do. She does have some books in there.
Oh, okay.
It's not like a huge bookstore,
Okay.
and it seems to be more for, as I said, for scroll scribing. But she does have some books there.
I will tell you what I would like to find and whether or not that's a thing that's available. So Dev has decided, because his life is on the open ocean wave now, he wants to learn more about terminology, all the different parts of a ship, and all the different parts of different kinds of ships as well. So if there's some kind of, I guess, for want of a better term, nautical encyclopedia that he can pick up somewhere and start studying, that's what he would like to do. If such a thing exists.
Yeah, I mean, you're in a place where they. I mean, it's a region where everyone sails.
Yeah, that's what
So something like this isn't going to be hard to find.
and I would also like to pick up a book of sea shanties.
For that, just roll me a d20.
E20. Oh, it's here. 7.
Okay, you do find one. It's not a particularly large one,
Mm-hmm.
but it does contain a few shanties, and you will find a book about ships and sailing. You could. They would have multiple books on that subject.
Cool. And how much would all of that set me back?
I'm just going to say 3 gold coins.
3 gold coins. Thank you very much. And I believe that is almost me done. I would now... Sorry, guys. I'm taking over. There's one more thing I would like to do, and that is go to... Is it Fox's Armour and Shields?
Yes.
And I would like to inquire if they do leather armour, or if it's just metal work.
Oh no, they have leather armor too.
Okay. Right. I would like to inquire if they could craft me some armor if I gave them some dragon hide.
Oh yeah, I mean if they would be eager to.
Excellent.
It's a relatively unusual material. So yeah, they if you bring the material, they can craft you a fitted armor of your design. The design of your wish. Do you want it to do anything special?
If they can add anything special, that'd be awesome, but I don't think I have the money for that kind of thing right now. It's just for general protection. I would like them to craft me both a set of leather armor that is quite slim fitting, but also a hardened leather long coat out of the same kind of hide.
Okay. I mean, there are a few enchantments that aren't massively expensive.
Ooh, okay. Yes.
I mean, if you just wanted to do something. I mean, I think they would say what's very common in this area is what they call mariner's armor.
Uh-huh.
And that gives you a swimming speed equal to your walking speed.
I already have my ring of swimming, which is faster than my walking speed. I think it's 40.
Okay. Also, if you are ever underwater and you hit 0 points, the armor will make you rise towards the surface.
That's useful. Yes.
That I think that only costs it's only like 400 extra than it 400 extra than it normally would cost.
Oh, okay, cool. So 400.
And you were talking about flames. I mean, there's something called smoldering armor, which is it basically like lets off smoke.
Ooh.
As just like a minor illusion.
Oh,
That's only a 75 gold increase in price.
Can it hold 2 enchantments or just one or the other?
Oh, you want to do both?
If that's a possibility, I don't know if it holds.
Yeah, I think they could probably do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's say, do you want studded leather?
Yeah, what's the best leather you can get? Is studded, isn't it?
Other than
Yes. And I'm just seeing whether I don't actually know if Dragonhide has any integral bonuses to it.
Yeah, the bonus of looking fucking cool.
Well, there is that.
I'm not sure about Dragon Hide. I know there's something to a Dragon Scale.
Dragon scale rings a bell.
Dragon Scale it was then Scale Mail,
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
no,
for that's like thicker.
which would be medium armor.
that's 2. Dragon scale mail. Yeah, that's. I can't use that. I don't think. That would.
I'll
have-
look into it if there's some sort of minor bonus. But yeah, so they said for 500 gold, they could whip that armor up for you.
Excellent.
They do, of course, need the materials, and
Yes.
it will take a few days at least.
Yeah, of course, that's a given. Okay.
Um,
Excellent.
But of course, they're not going to take any money or anything until you actually bring the materials. So
Yeah. And that is everything I would like to do. Thank you. Sorry for
Yep.
the tangent, guys.
all good.
Fine, don't worry about it.
Devvie,
Desi or Devvie?
I said Dev, but I meant Des.
Oh, hi. You know what I want to do.
Yep. Let me open up the document.
Right. Seeing
He's
as I-
gonna make beer.
I'm gonna make something. It's basically this is turning into a hipster craft beer type thing. Right, seeing as I got some of it yesterday, I'm going to go for some venom troll venom and see what kind of wonderful concoction I can make out of this.
All right. What are you going for?
What would you make? So what would that be? I mean, that's got snakebite written all over it, hasn't it? Really?
Kind of,
So-
yeah.
Yeah, venom troll venom. The Department of Redundancy Department. Yeah. So I will go for some. I'm going to go for like a snake bite type thing.
All right.
Nice.
So I assume the initial process would require some sort of heating and condensation, maybe separating the usable liquid from the venom itself, so it won't poison you.
Yes.
So you set up your equipment in the way that you believe is necessary for dealing with this liquid.
Yes.
And let's see how well you can get on.
Did you not? I thought I remembered you putting portraits on the map so we could click off them. Or did we discuss that and you didn't? And it didn't happen.
Yeah, I did on the other map.
Just
Put them on, just
Yeah,
put
different
them on this map. If you wait just a sec, I'll just grab them from the other map and then 1, 2, 3, 4. I can just put them on here. In fact, let's just go back to the other map because that's where we are. Makes more sense than looking at the world map, I guess.
Yeah. Right. Brewer's supplies. First roll. Don't fuck me. Roll 20, please. 19.
Lovely. So it basically goes as well as you wanted it to go. It seems to be working. You are heating up the venom. The steam is traveling up, being collected in a glass bulb, and is then condensing and dripping down, and being collected in another container.
Yeah.
Until all
science.
that's left is a very, very thick, almost tar-like substance at the base of the original container, and you now have a fairly liquidy, but still very dark coloured liquid in the second container.
Cool. Right. Well, yes. So I will. I'll do my normal. I'll seal up a small barrel and hope for the best.
Excellent.
Okay. So, is it this evening that we are going to see the Duchess?
It
Yes.
is.
All right. And I bought some. I bought some clothes against my will, if I remember rightly. Already asked about the gloves. Is there a magic shop in town? Is it like specifically for? Like, I think this has already been asked probably by somebody else. I do apologise. For like inquiring about magical items and other such things.
The Chorga's Quill, which is a spell scribe.
Excellent.
Gigi's Tinctures, which is an alchemist.
I will go for the scribe.
Hang on,
Scribe is
hang
where
on.
I'm going.
Well, you can both go there now. I mean,
I don't want to go. I don't want to go with her. She smells.
And lightning.
you know what? Give me a investigation check.
All right. Definitely be a 5.
Okay, you head to this battle scroll.
I what? Sorry.
You head to the spell scribe. Although you do hear wind of there is apparently a magic shop in town, but you don't find it initially.
I am too busy lugging a giant whalebone to be helping you.
Yes. I mean, obviously, it would have been helpful if I'd been there to help you with that.
I mean, I'm stronger than you, I think.
What's your strength?
12.
13.
Oh, all right then. I'm just stronger than the rogue.
So you both lug up this bone. So, Torrin, I assume you want to sell it,
Yes.
or
It
Can you
has
tell
four,
me-
It has 4 spells left on it.
do you know what level they all are?
I can find out. There's Alter Stealth, which is a 2nd level spell. Blur, which is a 2nd level spell. Color Spray is a. That's a 1st level spell.
What, music? What, circus music.
Yes.
Ah.
And then Daylight, I believe, is a 3rd level spell.
So she finds it a very interesting piece, not just because of the spells on it, because of its unusual appearance and properties.
And its history and its wonderful
Exactly.
nature of all things glamorous and weird.
And what she does offer you is a simple trade of spell scrolls of a equal level.
Oh.
Rather than just buying it off you.
Now that's very interesting. I would like to get back to you on that while I look at what spells I want.
Okay.
Unless she
I'm gonna
has
tell
some
you-
specific levels and spell scrolls she wants to offer.
What she has on hand, she has enlarge, reduce,
An interesting spell.
knock, darkness, continual flame. Those are the 2nd level spells that she has at hand. She does have some others, but she thinks they are probably too. They're not higher than that. I'm gonna. They're of higher level. I'm gonna say she'll have any 1st level spell you want.
Yep.
It's a 75% chance that she has any 2nd level spell you want,
Mm-hmm.
and a 50% chance that she has any 3rd level spell you want.
Okay.
So while you're thinking about spells, Devvie.
Yep, I'm gonna fucking
Devvie!
Google my
Fuck me,
ass
not
off.
Devvie, Desi.
Oh, hi.
Did you want something at this shop?
I wanted to make some inquiries.
Go on then. What did you want to inquire about?
Well, now, back in our own town, there was this guy who frequented the bar quite a bit, and he swore blind, right, that he had got this tattoo that gave him small magical powers. Now, he would never actually show us. It was all kind of card tricks and pulling coins out from behind your ear before you battered him senseless and took all his money. But he swore blind that you could get tattoos that would imbibe you with some sort of magical essence or some such. And all this fucking malarkey with dragons and magic and the fact that I've met a fucking god has, opened my mind up to the fact that there is a possibility that this might actually be true. So I'm going to start inquiring as to whether you can get magical tattoos or anything like that.
Okay, the woman in the spell, the scroll shop says that, yeah, this is definitely very true. You can get tattoos that have magical properties, and it's even possible to get actual spells tattooed, as if kind of like a spell scroll, so that you always have it with you. But it's not an easy thing to do, and it's not that common that people can actually do it. I'm going to make a roll right now to see if she knows something. She does not.
Okay.
So that's the information you can get from her.
All right. No, I mean, that in itself is very useful, the fact that it is true, which means I can start doing some rounds and seeing what I can find out. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I want to know.
Anything else?
Were you guys in the shop? Anything else? Or
No, for me.
from everyone? There was one thing I forgot, and that was I was going to spend a large portion of my afternoon in that really posh bathhouse.
Bathhouse.
Yeah, it's at number 21.
Annis and Brimes bathhouse.
What's it
Yes,
called?
Annis and Brimes. They have a steaming service.
Anison Brimes. Yeah.
Certainly do the same.
I'm going to go there. I'm going to have their platinum quality shave service. I'm going to have my mustache waxed with the best shit they have.
Are you after like a monthly subscription, or is this just a one-off?
This is just a one-off.
Okay.
I'm going to properly clean myself up and get right with myself before tonight's festivities.
Okay. That is going to cost you a little bit. It's not a cheap place.
That's fine. I've got a little bit to spare.
Lanny would do similar, but not quite as in-depth as Dev. Just a bit of a scrub.
Okay. So yeah, as I said, he does offer you a monthly subscription, but if you're just going for a one-off, it's going to cost you 5 gold for like a day pass.
Yep, that'll do. Right, 5 gold done. Thank you.
Torrin, have you looked at spells?
I have indeed.
Do you know what you want?
Absolutely.
So I believe you
Oh.
get...
One
No?
first, 2 second, and 1 third.
Yep.
Okay, the first level spell I would like is Magic Missile.
We?
Classic.
The second level spell is Wither and Bloom.
Okay, roll a d20. If it's a 1 to 5, she doesn't have it.
Okay. It's 6!
She initially says she doesn't have it, and then she's like, oh, no, weird. I think I do have that, actually. One moment. And she digs through a drawer, and then she finds it, that she does indeed have one last copy.
Isn't Wither and Bloom those romance novels from like the 90s?
I'm not sure. In the 90s, I was less than 10. Moving swiftly onwards from the fact that you're all old. Ray of Enfeeblement is another second level spell.
We're all old, yeah.
Roll your d20.
D20. Another 6.
Oh,
Same
Play with
again.
Fire.
Wow.
She initially had some trouble finding it, but after a few minutes of searching, she does in fact find a copy which she didn't herself believe she still had. But
Wonderful. And my third one. Now, this is one of the spells that I fucked up on from the whalebone.
oh,
I would like a copy of Vampiric Touch as the third level spell.
okay, again, roll a d20, but on a 1 to 10, she doesn't have it in stock.
And a fucking 5. God damn it.
I'm very sorry, I do not have that spell scrolled in stock.
Let me find a different fucking third level spell.
As well as Maggie Smith was behind the counter.
oh yes. Harry Potter.
What about Bestow Curse? Do you have that?
Oh, let me have a look.
An 11.
Yeah.
Oh, I do have one of those here.
Yes. I will take all of those then.
Good. Yeah, so she basically makes a straight trade.
I am delighted to have this trade. I will. Well, do you have a room here that I could maybe sit in and try the level of completion to put this into my spellbook?
Oh, I think we can do that, yeah. And she shows you a little side room. There is a smallish round table there, and she says that you can sit. Again, there's more books and scrolls back there, and she says you can sit there while you go over the scrolls. And she even offers you a cup of tea.
Oh, lovely! Thank you very much.
And I'm guessing you want to spend the rest of the day transcribing a spell.
I'm going to work out how long it will take for me to do these. So yes, how long have I got, fair DM?
It's probably not. Well, it's this morning. It's probably not even lunchtime yet. I mean,
I would have wanted to go as early as possible.
yeah.
Also, very quickly, before I left the ship, I would have done Animate Dead to reassert control, because not fucking forgetting to do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that.
So, me two zombles are
Zimbles.
controlled by me yet again.
Hey, zombie wombles.
They are zombie wombles.
Zomble bumble.
What I completely forgot to mention was, as you are wandering around town,
yes,
people are recognizing you. And
Nice.
people are stopping to look, and a lot of them are coming up to you and they want to shake your hand, pat you on the back, just tell you how amazing the fight was yesterday.
that makes me very uncomfortable.
You've certainly become recognizable faces around town.
My coin purse is on the inside of my fucking coat, and it is done up.
Yeah, you do sense eyes on you virtually anywhere you go. I mean, this woman in the spell scroll shop didn't seem to pay you any bother, but just wandering the streets is quite obvious that people are recognizing you.
Excellent. I'd be very uncomfortable until getting in the shop, and then being surrounded by books, and just all the stress flows out of me. Yes,
are you just checking the time you need?
I'm going to check the details of how much is needed for each of these things. So go ahead and come back to me.
Yeah, we can always kind of jump back if necessary. Does anybody want to do anything else?
No.
No.
Just donning my nice clothes before dinner. That's all.
Yep, lovely. I assume you're going to get dressed up.
Yeah.
Devvie, I believe you secretly purchased a few extra items.
Oh no!
Oh dear God.
What did you do?
Did I?
You sent me a message saying you wanted to...
Was that last week? Or,
It was like a month ago.
Oh shit! Let me go and have a look at those messages.
God
I
damn.
could just say
Yeah.
what it
please
was.
do.
I believe you wanted... for Lani, I think
Oh.
you secretly bought him a...
Yes, I did. So at some point, Devvie will approach Lani. Say, Lani, I hope you don't mind. I thought I'd buy you a present, and I'll hand him this box, which has got a nice black silk ribbon around it.
Oh.
If he opens it, it's
Open it up.
it's and it's the colour of your choice, but it's a sleeveless long coat, which is really fine. It's got silk lining and it's got some filigree
Oh.
And a tricorn, I believe.
and a nice tricorn hat.
Cool. Lani opens the box.
Oh. Okay.
But get you something fit for a captain, sir.
And he puts it on and he kind of outstretches his arms. Like,
Oh, plenty of movement. Yeah, good for swinging. Yeah. Like it. A bit of whoosh behind. And a hat too. Oh.
and he puts it on. And is it quite a large hat?
Well, it's proportional to your head. Yes, Dev would have intentionally ordered you one that wasn't going to get in the way if you got into a fight and still had it on.
Yeah, and he puts the hat on and
Well, I feel quite proper now.
I have to say, you look very dapper.
Well, thank you, Devvie. You know what? I don't think I've ever really been bought anything before.
Aww.
I mean, I've scavenged things and made things and certainly bought things for myself, but well, I certainly honour Devvie.
Well, every good captain needs
Many
to
thanks.
cut an imposing figure, so I think that'll do the job. And like I say, that I would have at some point kind of like taken note of whatever your favourite colour seemed to be, and that's what colour this is, so you can decide the colour of the long coat.
so I mean, like Lani's sort of like waistband loincloth is sort of like dark browns, like leathers almost, with kind of green around it. So I think the main color would be green, would be a brown, like, or varying shades of brown, but with sort of green accents, I think would suit him quite well.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember if I bought anything else, Sean.
For him, that's all you got.
That was it. Yeah.
And with that, Lani puts them both on, got the coat on, got the hat on. He goes and stands up at the ship wheel and almost like poses, one hand on the wheel, like looking off into the distance.
Dun, 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 dun.
And a big smile across his face to start with.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bring me that horizon.
Cool.
And
Happy.
yeah. So now we both look like a couple of dapper chaps.
So I must say, with you all dressed up, I mean, I think Des, you bought like a black attire.
I did. I am going to wear Besmar's tricorn as well, though, just to show willing.
Torrin basically got the same attire, but with a white shirt, I think, rather than a black shirt.
Yes.
And Devvie is
It's cleaner.
yeah. And Devvie, though, has basically gone all out. You have your red coat, correct, and your
Yes.
feathered hat.
Yeah.
From appearances, it would probably look like Devvie was the captain.
Oh,
I might just
people were to make that
lose the
assumption.
hat then.
I mean, I'm not saying
That'll
it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you got like this. He's definitely the most flourished,
Flamboyant.
flamboyant. Yes.
he's a fucking peacock, is what he is.
So
We've been saying it for a while.
There you go.
Fuck
Oh, Shitbird!
Oh, it's me. Deathbird.
but if you're ready to go, I'm just going to ask: are you taking anything with you? Are you wanting to take weapons with you? How would you wish
Well,
to?
I had this thing tailored to basically secretly fit my armour underneath it, so I will be wearing my armour underneath my clothes. So outwardly, it looks like I'm in normal wear, but I am protected. And I will just have my dragon skin dagger, but not my rapier.
Okay. What about the rest of you?
I don't carry weapons above my spear normally.
Lanny will take his punching daggers in his waistband. And the pike I have, the sort of extender rod pike, how long is that when it's not extended?
Oh, it's only like the height that you are.
Okay, so it's still quite long anyway.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's still if it's not extended, it's still the length of a normal boarding pike. But that's
7, 8.
like a little bit taller than you, but not much.
No, I would just take the punching daggers.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I am decked out in the fancier of my two attires. The cleaner, nicer of my two attires, but I have been cooped up in a room furiously doing magic shit all day. So I'll sort of wash my face and freshen up before I leave the shop. Which leads on to my question of how long am I in the shop? Dear
How long
Sean?
do you need?
9 hours.
9
9 hours.
for one spell.
4 spells.
Oh no! I would have said you could make 6 hours. Let's say.
I can be in for 6 hours.
Yeah.
So which spells do I want? Okay, let's go for let's do the big one first. Bestow Curse. That's the
Okay.
3rd level spell.
Okay.
I am going to cast Guidance on myself,
Okay.
and I have to make an Arcana check, don't I? I have 10 plus the spell level, so I have a DC 13. So here we go. A 14.
Hey.
So that passes. I have a Bestow Curse. And I will go for Wither and Bloom as my next. 2nd level spell, so DC is 12. Again, with Guidance. A 13. Jesus, I am fucking cutting these close.
Mm-hmm.
But I've got Wither and Bloom. And then I guess I can do an hour's worth of Magic Missile, because there'll be another 2 hours for that one. So that's 5 hours altogether. Which is much better than it could have been, because 3 of these spells are Necromancy spells, which means I can do them in half the time and half the gold.
Yeah.
It would have been 6 hours on its own, just for Bestow Curse. But because it's Necromancy, I get to do it in 3. So, I can add those 2. And if I've only been in there for 5 hours, I would go back to the ship and I would freshen up properly. And then go with the rest of them if they're all moving towards wherever we need to meet this woman.
Okay.
I need to take off the amount of money I've spent for those two.
Okay. So, if you're all ready, I'd say you head up to the estate. The Maxime estate. Sorry, I just saw you posted in the chat.
Yeah.
I already had this picture saved. I wanted to show it when it was done, but that's
I just
basically what I'd
updated.
already found.
Yeah. I just found it and I was like, oh my.
Yeah,
God.
just for anyone listening, they've just posted a photo of an actual real item, which is the sawfish sword, which looks absolutely metal as fuck.
Yes.
It's absolutely ridiculous, and it's fucking huge,
That's crazy. That's fucking cool.
and
Time
it's
will
perfect
tell
for Lani.
whether I can have it or not.
That's actually Goliath size. That's amazing.
It's insane.
Oh wait.
Okay, so
On with the game.
you head up to the Maxime estate. You are welcomed there by Captain Haley, who checks that you're not carrying overtly any weapons, and then you're led into the estate itself. You're passed through a closed gate. There is a large building situated in what is a fairly large grounds. We're up at the 14, in case you're wondering.
Yes.
And you actually see there are horses running around here, actually, like golden-coloured horses. They are called what, Richard?
Palominos.
You know,
Palominos.
They're called lunch.
You see a number of these grazing and moving around in the dusk. But you're led inside the building itself. There are guards stationed at the door, but you are allowed in, of course, being led by Captain Haley without question. And you're led into a large banquet room. There is a large rectangular table laid, fine cutlery, candles, chandelier. I think for many of you, this is a sort of room and a sort of situation that you've never been in before. Just like looking at the craftsmanship of the tables and the chairs and the decorations and ornaments around the room. There's oil paintings. There are hunting trophies. I think for all of you it would be a bit of a okay. This is quite fancy. I mean, I'm assuming. I think for Lani especially, this is like.
Compensating.
yeah, I don't think
Des
and Devin ever have been in a place like this.
Torrin, definitely not.
There is there is actually a servant there in the corner. He is standing at a sort of bar, and he does offer to make you any drink that you wish to have made for you.
Something generic. Something posh.
I will approach the bar. All right, mate. So, what is the weirdest thing that you know how to make?
I'm afraid we do not cater to the weird here.
Well, you are this particular evening, I can guarantee you that. So, do you have any Galliano back there?
I must admit, I do not know what that is, sir. We have sherries, we have port, we have wines of all kind, we have fine liqueurs and spirits.
Right, well, this is a liqueur, spirit type thing. Basically, this is so Galliano is a kind of vanilla-y type thing. Do you got anything like that?
Oh, I can give you something with a vanilla taste, yes.
So get some of that. Get me some orange juice and get me some vodka.
You would like 3 drinks.
No, I want you to take that and put it all in a glass.
In one single glass, sir.
Yes.
Okay. And without any further question, he does do exactly what you ordered. And with a slightly raised eyebrow, he does then present it to you.
Right then. So thank you. Thank you very much. There you go. So this is a free one for you. You can tell your friends about this. This is a McCrae wallbanger. Right. So yeah, let people know that you know how to make one of these, and they will come flocking, mate. Flocking, I tell you.
His face is completely emotionless. He is just blinking at a slightly over rapid pace while
Excellent,
looking
excellent.
at you. And he
right.
does just nod. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. I mean, do I try it?
Do you try it?
I know what it tastes like. Do you want to try it?
Oh, thank you, sir, but I will not be consuming alcohol while I am working.
Really? A barkeeper that doesn't drink? Well, that's...
I will, if you insist, I will be sure to make myself one at the end of the evening so that I may try your concoction.
I absolutely insist, yes.
He nods again. So.
I'm going to just be stood next to this, watching this, just with a look of bemusement.
You want to try this? Torrin?
No.
Go
Thank
on.
you.
Go on.
You, what's your name?
You're talking to the guy?
Yes.
Grayson.
Grayson. Well, what are you, a Cher, a Beyonce? Do you have just one name, or is there an actual name?
We like to keep things simple here. I am known simply as Grayson.
Wonderful. Grayson it is. Cool. Wine. Nice wine. Good wine. Red wine.
Red wine. He picks up a bottle and shows you the label. Is this satisfactory for you, madam?
Is it wet, and is it taste good?
I can assure you it is both of these things.
Wonderful. Then yes.
And he gives you a glass.
And I will take the bottle instead.
Oh, man.
And yeah. What's his reaction to that?
Taking the bottle?
Taking the bottle instead of the glass.
His face, as I said, his face is like just an absolute picture of stillness.
Damn it.
There is no emotion whatsoever.
Something out of him. God damn it. I want something out of him. I'm gonna get it. How do I make this man do something? I must think of ways to torment the butler.
Lanny steps up. Go on, Karen.
No, he's just saying, he turns to you, Lanny, and says, "For you, sir."
Yeah. Lanny steps up to the bar and says, "Do you have any moonshine?"
Moonshine. Again, I must admit, sir, I do not know what this is.
It's not like a cocktail. It's just like pure spirit. Like the purest you could get.
You mean absent of any flavor whatsoever?
Well, no, it's quite tasty. What have you got that's pretty strong?
I can give you something quite strong, sir. And he does pick up a bottle for you. This is a type of whiskey, sir. But it has been casked for many a year. It is not only very strong, but also quite tasteful. Perhaps we would like to try it.
Yeah. Yeah, give me some of that. some rocks.
Is anyone else losing him?
Yeah, we
missed
lost
you
you
a
there
lot
a
on
little
that
bit,
one,
Rich.
Any better? Can you hear me a bit
That's
better
better.
now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bit better.
Yeah, Lanny says, give me some of that over rocks. You do keep rocks, right?
Yes,
rock.
we have some. Assuming you mean cooled rocks.
Well, I suppose it would work kind of the same.
He does have some. He has some dice-shaped grey stones.
Yeah. Oh,
Puts in the glass.
that'd be novel, bit
Yeah.
less sharp.
He does serve that to you.
As he's pouring that, I want to make a thaumaturgy sound of glass breaking behind him.
Oh man.
Okay, he does immediately turn around. The initial movement is fast, but then you see him freeze, and you see his eyes darting in all directions, and then he turns and looks over his left shoulder. You can see just, the mild expression of confusion as you see his eyes darting around, trying to see what has,
Does he
in fact,
take the bottle of whiskey with him, or does he leave it on the bar?
it's on the bar.
Lanny takes the bottle.
Okay.
I'm going to catch
He's
his
not going
eye.
to stop you at all.
I'm going to catch his eye as he turns back around and just look at him with a little smile and just say, "Gotcha."
Aha, I see. Hmm.
My turn. As these, yes, as these people turn away with their drinks, I'm going to go up to him. What was his name again? Sorry,
Grace.
Grayson.
Beyonce.
Grayson, is it, sir?
Yes. What do I? So
I apologise for my compatriots. They are, well,
The fucking best. You
They
hear
are-
very loudly.
they are somewhat uncouth and indecorous. I would like your finest single malt, please, sir.
oh, a man of taste. I see.
Indeed.
He does fish. He does take a bottle, and he shows it to you. This is not quite as strong as the one that I have given to your companion, but I assure you the taste is exquisite.
Oh, very good.
And he will pour you a glass. He allows you to taste a small amount first,
Hmm.
and if it is to your liking, he will give you a larger offering.
Yes, oh yeah, that's aged nicely, hasn't it? Yes, one of those, please.
Yep, he gives you it.
Many thanks, Grayson. You are a gentleman.
He nods. If you require anything else, please let me know.
Of course.
Oh, actually, yeah. And Zima's going to fly out of my coat.
Oh, come on now, Torrin.
She's thirsty. Just
What?
this cute little fruit bat just sat on the table.
Once again, Grayson, I apologise, and I turn and walk away.
Mead in a short glass for her.
Okay. I shall.
Something nice and sweet.
Yes, we have some honey wine here. He finds a very small glass, basically like a shot glass, on
Perfect.
a slightly raised stem, and he gives that to you.
No, not to me. To Zima.
Okay, he steps over and very carefully places it down just in front of the bat's face.
Zima's just going to sit and just blink at him. With those big, beautiful brown eyes. For those who do not know, Zima is modelled on a fruit bat. So she is... she's quite soft and delicate, with big eyes, and is wonderfully harmless unless I use her to cast a spell, because I can. Yeah,
So,
this little fruit bat, just with a little glass of mead, because she can.
And lean
So
over.
go on.
Sorry. Yeah, Grayson, come here. I'm gonna lean in conspiratorially.
He makes the very slightest of gesture to lean ever so slightly closer towards you. Yes, sir.
Have you ever had to like poison someone's drink?
No, sir. That is not one of my requirements of my job.
Well, I mean, you would say that, of course. I know. I get it. I get you. But have you though?
Of course not, sir.
Okay. Just between us, of course. Yeah, I understand. Right, and I'll give him a big wink and wander off.
Thank you, sir. Okay. Have we finished tormenting the barman?
Oh, good God, no! But we'll move on to the next.
Now, yes.
Yeah, you guys, I love you guys. I love you guys. I drop in a barman in the corner just as like more of just a description of the room, and it turns into 15 minutes of role play with you guys just fucking with him.
Yes,
Of course it does.
Have you
We're
met her?
assholes.
Yeah.
Of course we're gonna do this.
Fucking hell. No, brilliant. I love it. Okay. At this point, a door opened, and then you actually see a number of people enter the room. And they're holding instruments. And they sit down in the opposite corner where actually some chairs have already been arranged. And they start to play some music.
Is it good?
As far as you can tell, it's
Thaumaturgy
quality,
string break sound. Like in the ear of one of them.
you see one of them stop, and there's a jerking moment, and again, like this look of looking for the error, looking for the break, and then seeing that everything seems to be in order, and then they find the beat again and rejoin the group.
I'm not being subtle about this to my friends either. I'm just like, and there.
At this point, a different door opens, and it's Captain Haley again. And he stands basically at the side of the doorway, and he says, May I present to you Lady Duchess Alandra Maxime. And he bows his head slightly, and you see a woman enter. She is of medium age, middle-aged. Her hair is blonde, but it's pulled back into a fairly tight-looking bun. She's wearing an evening gown, but you can just see the hint here and there of some piratey decoration, let's say. This is obviously an expensive piece of clothing. And she's obviously a duchess. But you can see that there has been an effort made to just add some little touches here and there to show that she is technically part of this region, part of this community.
As she enters the room, Devvie takes off his hat and holds it to his chest.
Lanny, seeing Devvie do it, would do the same quite awkwardly, stand up and take his hat off.
So she takes a step towards you. She gives a wry smile, and she says, now one would assume that you would be the captain, she says, Devvie, nodding to Devvie, but I have been informed otherwise. And she takes a step towards Lani, and she offers her hand.
May I present Captain Skullcrusher? And I bow and gesture to
Lanny says, "Ow!" Takes the hat.
Yeah, she just kind of like holds her hand out to you. It's like palm down almost.
Lani does take her hand and kind of head down, but glances across to Devvie as if like, what do I do?
And I kind of I kind of mime like fake kissing, but not too close.
Okay.
With the hand.
Lani kind of understands and kind of does it. Just gives a little, almost like a peck on the hand.
Nadz will just wink.
This is your crew?
This would be some of the senior officers of my crew, yes. Yeah.
And they have names?
You have here on this side this smartly dressed gentleman. This would be Devvie McCrae. Then we have his twin brother, Des McCrae. And a fine young lady over here is Miss Blackheart.
Yeah, I was curious to see what you would say. So she nods, like almost with approval, to each name that you say as you introduce your crew. And with a small gesture towards the table, she invites you to sit. You are served roasted pheasant with baked vegetables and
more wine. Hopefully.
you are given drink as much as you want. She is she does not hold back as a guest, and you're welcome to have whatever you want. But she does wish to have a little small talk, it would seem.
Mm-hmm. Just as I was sitting down, I would obviously wait for her to be seated first, and then just as it was my turn to be seated, I would signal to one of the servants to come and take my hat.
Okay. Yep, there are servants coming, bringing in food. You can be served drinks at the table if you want, and of course there would be one that would take your hat. But once you're seated, and probably before the food even arrives, she does say, "So I would of course immediately like to give my thanks to the four of you. You have done this town a great service in assiding our problem with the this creature that has been bothering our townsfolk and hampering our hunting grounds these past months."
Well, my lady, there was one thing which I don't know if you're aware of, but there were actually two of them.
I have been made aware of this development, yes.
And that made it a bit more tricky, but nonetheless, we did complete the task.
Again, I am more than grateful. And, of course, I will have your payment fetched for immediately. And she nods to one of the servants who leaves the room. Who... Go on, if you wanted to say something.
No.
He returns fairly quickly with actually a small chest. It's probably about the size of a shoebox. And it is laid on the table in front of you, Lani. And it is actually opened. And she says, "You are free to inspect that. It is complete."
And I forget, but what was the original price we were?
It was 5,000 gold pieces.
5,000. And having a quick sort of thumb through, does this look equivalent to, without counting out every single gold piece?
Give me an intelligence check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go on, Lani.
Hold on. What's going on there? One sec. Character sheet, easiest way to do it. documents. Sorry, just putting that. There we go. I've been 18.
Nice.
Oh my, well done.
Yeah, I mean,
Well done.
I don't know what you even use for currency on the island that you come from. Whether you actually use gold or not. But would you say rocks? Rocks or shells? But over the past few weeks or months, spending the time with this crew, you've been dealing with larger and larger amounts of money, and you think you've got a fairly decent eye at this point for judging, and you think, giving a quick scan of the box, it's going to be close to that number. Of course, you won't know unless you count it out coin for coin, but it doesn't look like it's obviously not enough.
Having had a quick check through and roughly seeing that it is equivalent of the amount, Lani will give just a quite a short nod and just almost in acceptance, but looks to the others just to see that they would potentially agree, or if there's any more they would like to say in the matter.
Lani, if you say it's there, it's there. You are our captain after all.
Yeah,
I'll just give a little nod to Lani.
Happy, yes. The lady, thank you.
Well, no, I can only repeat myself. I am very grateful, and I do understand that this task was inevitably much more difficult than had been anticipated. I have decided that, as an initial gesture of thank you towards you, I shall be giving the four of you honorary titles. Of Lord
What?
and Lady.
What do you mean, Lord and Lady?
You will now be known as Lords and Ladies of Little Opara. This course, of course, does allow certain benefits. Any dock fees will be waived.
Oh.
You
Wow.
will be able to sell and purchase any goods within the town free of taxation, which will usually amount to roughly a 10%.
Wow.
That's quite significant.
Oh,
At
that's
As I said.
at the mention of being given these titles, Torrin was probably fairly subdued within the meal and the small talk, but has very much perked up at the actual recognition of a title. This would not be something that is hidden. Torrin would very physically sit up a bit straighter, and there's a rare wide smile.
I'm starting more terrified now.
Well, I might say, Lady Alandra, that is quite a surprise. I don't think any of us were expecting that, but all the same, thank you very much. Does this mean that we might also be able to purchase property, Opara?
I'm sure such a thing can be arranged, of course.
Wonderful. And what about perhaps starting up a business endeavour in the town?
As long as you meet any other requirements for doing so, then you have my blessing.
Wonderful. I mean, I couldn't help but notice you have an arena here, lots of taverns, but the arena certainly piqued my interest. You don't seem to have anything in the way of a gambling scene here. Is there a reason for that at all?
I think it is not
I believe it is more a cultural thing. In Taldor, where I'm originally from, we believe very much in trade and commerce. These are seen as noble means to amass wealth, whereas gambling, the reliance of luck, is seen as less
Distasteful.
so, shall we say. Some may put it like this.
Ah,
Therefore, it is not something particularly common, at least to the townsfolk
very
of
well.
Little O'Hara.
I don't want to ruffle any feathers. But thank you. Thank you for the information.
Perhaps I could ask information of you. I like to think of myself as well informed, but I
Please
have
do
not heard
ask away. We'll answer what we can.
of your names before. Your ship is new to me. I am very curious as to where you've suddenly come from. You are not free captains, as far as I understand.
There is I would admit, there is a little bit of a, if you'll pardon the pun, fish out of water story there. Yes, indeed, we, It seems that, fate has, set us on a certain path. None of us, really intended on partaking in this life, much less settling into it as we have. But
And only one of us previously had experience with it.
well,
That
yes,
being our
exactly.
captain.
Yes, yeah, our captain, Skullcrusher, is really the only person that has any experience on the open ocean. My brother and I are from a city, and we were never particularly nautical or seafaring folk unless we had business dealings that took us across water. Lady Blackheart, likewise, I believe, of a similar background to us. But our current way of life was somewhat forced upon us. The the practice of press ganging, I believe, is how we found our way onto a ship. But we decided collectively to run with it, make something of it, and long story short, here we are.
I see. So how long have you been of your own ship?
That is a question that I would like to put to the DM.
Our characters would know, but as players, we're thick.
Well,
It's not actually that long.
it hasn't been
I
that
mean,
long.
it's probably like been a month. All right. No, I'm guessing it's
I
about a
think so.
month.
I think so. Travel-wise on the sea, a few days at a time.
Yeah.
I think about 4 weeks. Yeah, 3-4 weeks.
I don't even think it's been that long, because the moment we christened this ship and got out there, we did one hit, and then we saw that glow on the horizon, and then we were like, fuck this.
Yeah, but not
We had the
forget
ship before.
you were on the Wormwood for a while.
But I thought she was specifically asking
Oh, then, well, no, that's true. Yeah, I mean, it depends
how
on what you
long
mean.
we've had our own ship for.
Yeah.
But it probably has been a few weeks since we offed Plug.
Away.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll probably say to her, oh, that's, time sometimes can feel a little bit of a strange concept out on the water, but I think we've been in charge of our own destiny for merely a few weeks.
I see. I'm just curious. How did it come that you went from being press ganged to being the captain and officers of your own ship?
Oh,
Oh, we ended up taking some jobs for ourselves and fell into some good graces of some notable fellows and worked our way up and ended up with a ship.
I see. Very admirable. I can only praise you. And knowing that you've only been doing this for a couple of weeks and already you're here making a name for yourself, climbing up in ways of the world.
We were all seasoned in our own rights before coming onto the ocean. It's only helped us finding other like-minded individuals.
I can only assume that if you've taken care of not one but 2 dragons, even if they were adolescents, as I have been informed, I can only assume that you're more than capable.
It would seem that combining our talents is, we are more than the sum of our parts, I think is the term.
I see, and I assume your goals is to take your place amongst the free captains of the Shackles?
Ultimately, yes. I mean, we are led to believe that in order to become free captains, we must first gain a level of infamy among the trade routes of the seas, and of course, some level of fame among the free captains themselves and settlements like this. So we are applying ourselves and trying to bring that plan to fruition and present ourselves in front of the Hurricane King.
Well, I can assure you, as a member of the Pirate Council, I will put in a good word for you when the time comes. Or at least my sister will, as she tends to be the one taking part in the pirate side of our position.
My lady, you do us great service in these matters. Thank you. Might I inquire as to your sister's name?
My sister? Her name is... I'm looking at the wrong sheet. And my mind has gone blank.
Uh-oh.
Patrina.
Patrina, was that?
Patrina, yes. She is, I assume, still in Port Peril as we speak.
Port Peril, you say?
Yes, I believe she travelled to Port Peril for a council meeting, but that was some weeks ago, but she tends to take her time.
Do you know Port Peril?
I have been to the capital a couple of times, but as I say, most of my time is spent here watching and ruling over little Opara. It is my sister who is the one who is on our ship most of the time.
What, pray, is the name of your ship?
The name of the ship is called the Lion's Reach.
The Lion's Reach. It's a regal name for such regal folk as yourself.
Oh, it is a mere echo of my homelands.
Conjures images. I'm all about images. Can appreciate it.
So, you spend the time enjoying your food, enjoying the music if you so desire, and as I said, if you request more drinks, they will be brought to you. As you're nearing probably the end of the meal, suddenly the doors to the chamber burst open.
Uh-oh.
And you see another woman stood there. Slightly younger than Lady Olandra, but obviously, and you can only assume, the same golden blonde hair and enough similarity in the facial features that you can only assume that this is at least a relation of hers. This
woman, though, is wearing her hair open, and her clothing is much more practical. She looks much more like a pirate, with leather trousers, the high boots, and an overcoat, and you can see the stains of salt on her clothing, the wear and tear of life on a ship. But you can also see the little hints and clues of wealth. Pieces of jewelry here and there. It's almost the complete opposite of Lady Olandra. She was dressed very regally with the little hints and decorations of piracy, whereas this second woman is clearly a pirate, but with little clues and hints to wealth. And as the door opens, Lady Olandra, there is almost an outtake of breath, a sigh, audible to everybody in the room. And this second woman strides in, a brief look to all of you, almost a look of mild interest and amusement on her face.
So as I saw a new person enter the room, and knowing that it was a lady, I will immediately stand up, push my chair out, as is etiquette.
She strides into the room. She gives you little more than a nod, takes one of the free seats, and just rips off a piece of the meat from the middle of the table and starts biting into it. It's like, oh God, I'm starving.
As soon as she sits down, I will also sit down and continue my meal.
And you see Lady Olandra now, almost through gritted teeth, saying, "Petrina, you have returned." And you can now assume that this is, in fact, her sister. And she's gobbling down this meat. She grabs a free glass, raises it up to the barman, swallows. Yeah, well, he just got back. Took a bit longer than I expected, but... Lady Olandra is almost rubbing her head. Petrina, these are my guests. They have taken care of the problem we have been having in the hunting grounds. They are my guests this evening. This is Captain Skullcrusher, the McCrae twins, and Lady Blackheart. And you can see that she's kind of like nodding while she's like goffing wine into her face, but doesn't look particularly interested. And after she's finished the wine, she actually sits back, leans back in the chair, puts her feet up onto the table, and continues to just gnaw at this bone of pheasant in her hand.
I like her.
Yeah, this huge smile just creeps across Dev's face, and he relaxes a bit more in his chair.
Lady Olandra says, "So, I can only assume you have finally brought home the horses I have purchased." And Petrina almost like theoretically slaps her forehead, like, "Oh fuck! I knew I'd forgotten something." Lady Olandra, you can see her now. She's straining to keep her composure, it would seem. "I see you have forgotten once again. Were you able to? Did you make any? Well, you are a pirate after all. Were you able to take any ships? Have you brought anything home this time?" And Petrina's like, "Nah, we didn't really see anything. Didn't really see anything at all," she says, picking out a bit of meat from her teeth. "So once again, you have been absent for weeks at a time. You have not done the errands that I asked for. And once again, you have brought nothing home. I can only assume you have been gallivanting about the Shackles, spending more from our coffers." Petrina just kind of shrugs to that. Now looks at the rest of you. "So who are you again? What was your name?
I am Captain Skullcrusher.
I see.
And my fellow officers from my crew.
Oh, all right, Captain Skullcrusher. How's it going? You gonna eat that? She says, point to some meat still on your plate.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, and she calls for one of the servants just to bring her something else from the kitchen. Lady Olandra eventually asks, "So, Patrina, are there at least any news from the capital?" Oh, just the usual stuff, you know. They're getting worried about more Chilaxian ships around, but everyone's just been talking about these murders that have been going on. That's the big thing on the streets at the moment.
I lean forward as she says this. I'll say, well, we've dealt with a Chilaxian, I believe it's a dreadnought. Dealt with one of those already. They are no joke. What is this about murders, though?
Oh, I'm not exactly sure. Apparently there's been some strange murders going on. They think it's the same guy each time because they always find the bodies in the same way.
This is in the capital.
Yeah, they calling him the Roper, I think, because they always find the bodies tied up, or I don't know.
The Roper of Port Peril.
Yeah, that's all people are talking about at the moment. No idea who it is, that's the problem. They've been trying to catch him, but it looks like they don't know where to start.
He seems so he's a thorn in the Hurricane King's side, then. Take it.
Oh, I don't think he's particularly bothered, but I think it's the townsfolk themselves, at least the ladies. They've all been women, you see.
Oh, right, I see. Well, we can't be having that, can we?
Bastard, then.
Yeah, no, I mean, didn't really feel like hanging around much longer after I heard that, but
Oh, fair enough.
I can take care of myself.
I mean, it's quite
Anyway.
sensible.
I've been on a fucking ship for a week, so I'm going to go have a bath. It was nice to meet you, I guess. I shall catch you later, sister. And she just, picking up a bottle of wine as she leaves, saunters off and leaves the room.
As she
leaves,
as she
you hear-
gets up from the table, I also get up from the table because that's manners. and then when she's far enough away, I'll sit down again.
Dev's just go, for fuck's sake, Devin.
Is there something wrong with your chair, Devvie? You need a new one.
My apologies, Captain. I didn't have time to run you through etiquette and behaviours of a formal dinner. I will not make the mistake next time. I will make time. I apologise, Captain.
I'll lean over to Lanny after he says this and goes, whatever he tells you, just don't fucking pay any attention to it.
My apologies, Lady Olandra. I didn't get the time.
As you say that and you look over to her, you see her now. She actually has like her elbows on the table and her head is lowered, and like the fingers on each hand are kind of held up to just like covering like her eyebrows almost at the temples. And you see her just slightly rubbing the sides of her head. And then
As I see that, I say, your sister, interesting character. She's got a rustic quality that I can certainly relate to. But you don't need to worry. No embarrassment here. Every family has differences. And I'll knowingly look at my brother.
At which point I'll lean forward and go, yeah, right, yeah, I'm the differences.
We know.
She lowers her hand slightly and just looks at you and she says, "There is no embarrassment whatsoever. But she is a nuisance. And
I don't know what I'm going to do with her. And that's where we'll end the session tonight,
Whee.
because it's getting late.
Tis, yes.
Ned.
Intrigue all around.
Intrigue. Serial killers, eh?
Indeed.
So we will pick that up next week.
Yep.
For anybody listening, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
As we said at the beginning, you can catch up with all our episodes on YouTube or as a podcast. And I think, unless we have anything else to say, we shall try our little send-off.
Oh dear. Here we go.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Nope. Here we fucking go.
And
Don't be a dick.
Hey, kind of works.
Bye.
catch you later, guys. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.